Albert Leones Green with three E's, not all together, like green. It's green with an E at the end.
It's not someone
Um,
shouting out their favorite color as they fall off the side of a building.
yes.
Hey, everybody out there. Welcome back to another episode of the Audiophiles. It's Andy, it's John, and it's time to get into some music. John, what do you have in store today, my friend?
Okay, so you have an artist that I know you've heard of, um, the Reverend Al Green.
Yeah, I am familiar with Al Green, some of his
Yeah.
works.
Yes, some of his work is very, very famous. This one, maybe not so much. It's still darn tootin' good. The track is Love and Happiness.
Um, yeah, I'm not the greatest with names, so I don't
Al
know.
Green.
Names of tracks, John, but I see what you've done there. Clever for you. Let me go off, give this thing a go, and we'll see where we land.
Love and happiness. Yeah. Something that can make you do wrong, make you do right. Yeah. Love.
Al Green. Oh, man. Do you see the egg on my face? I know this fucking song. How could you not know this song? Oh, shame on me for being this shit at remembering song names, but I've definitely heard this a lot in the past. Now, to be fair, I haven't heard it recently. And I don't know the last time that I sat down and listened to it from start to end, so there is that. But, ooh, please don't be mad at me, John. I forgot that I know this track. Well, I didn't forget. I guess I'm just that bad at remembering song names. I'm having Peter Gabriel flashbacks from Salisbury Hill or whatever when I kind of went through the same motions when we gave that one a go. But good God, to not know that little guitar and organ motif, which is just fucking iconic, would be. It's a shame that I didn't remember the song title. But yeah, let's take that back. Honestly, from the beginning, because this voice is fucking amazing.
Love and happiness. Yeah. Something that can make you do wrong, make you do right. Yeah. Love.
Yeah.
Love and happiness. But wait a minute, something's going wrong. Someone's on the phone, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, talking about how she can make it right. Yeah,
God, man.
yeah. Happiness is when you really feel good about somebody. There's nothing wrong being in love with someone. Yeah. Oh, baby, love and happiness. Love and happiness. Oh.
Oh my God. Oh, those ascending horns. God damn, the horns in this at every part that they featured have been outstanding. But man, I really, really need to experience that again.
Let me tell you, power, love, hey, 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 power, make you do right, and love make you do wrong, yeah.
Love and happiness. Love and happiness.
See, love,
Love and happiness. Love and happiness.
make you wanna dance. Love and happiness.
It's so, the guitar is so slick in this track, man. It's like almost oily. That's how slick it is. Take that back a little bit. I mean, God bless distortion and the advent of that on guitar, but my God, sometimes the clean tones of a guitar feels silky fucking smooth.
Make you wanna dance. Love and happiness. Love is. Wait a minute. Love is.
There we go again.
Walking together. Talking together. Saying together. Playing together. Yeah. Say I want 'em on. I'm on for love. Say. I'm on for love.
Oh, God damn.
I'm on for love. Talking.
Oh, Al Green. You magnificent bastard. Yeah, this is great. This was fabulous. I think just hearing it again is confirmation that it had been too long since I heard it last. So yeah, even if I had heard this before, I'm glad that John gave it to me, and I'm kind of glad, shame aside, that the name didn't ring true to me for a moment. I mean, God knows he sings it plenty in the song, but I just didn't know. But here I am, happier for having listened to it again, despite the PTSD from Salisbury Hill. This is great. This is a fabulous song. And it's further confirmation that Al Green has got an amazing voice, but also he and his musicians really know how to compose and arrange a song. The expertly deployed horn work throughout all of this, as well as the expertly deployed call and response vocals by those female backing vocalists, superb. All of it. I mean, this is really like a great example of a perfect song. Now, whether you like this kind of music or not, you can argue that, but I don't really think you can argue that the song wasn't perfectly arranged and sort of curated. It's just a terrific track. So I'm glad I got to listen to this again. I'm glad John brought it to me. I'm glad I was a knucklehead and didn't connect the dots, because here I am, having listened to the song for the first time in years. And while it might not be the same feeling I got the first time I heard it, because goddamn, that guitar organ work that kicks the song off and features a few times throughout, it really is an iconic sound. So yeah, this is a great shout. I'm glad I listened to it. I'm glad John brought it to the table. And I look forward to discussing it with him a bit, but I am going to return to him tail between legs and, admit that I did in fact know this track. Nonetheless, it was a great listen. So let's get back to him.
Mr. Kipling is back. So you've had listened to Al Green, Love and Happiness. Did it ring any bells?
Yeah, yeah, it did. Yeah, I know this track, and I'll get into the moment of epiphany. But you could probably guess if you know this track what the through line is that kind of made me come around and realize that I had heard this song before several times, but it has been a while since I have, which was the redeeming experience of, with this whole thing. So the song begins with a bit of brushstroke work over some notes on the guitar before Mr. Green's voice soulfully slides into frame. He sings love and happiness. Yeah, something that can make you do wrong, make you do right. Yeah, love. This is followed by 5 muted strokes of the pick on the guitar, and then we kick off into some oh so familiar waters as that main and frankly, to me, iconic motif of guitar makes its introduction in tandem with that oh so lush sounding organ. And that little bit is the light bulb, really strobe lights flashing. Yeah, I definitely know this track. This motif is accented by some stellar pops on the horns, as it comes as a surprise to nobody given it's Al Green, but it sounds fucking great no matter what. So yeah, they that comes in that as Green delivers like the ups and downs of experiencing love and happiness. We get to the chorus portion in which Green's delivery of the titular line is called out and then responded to by some wonderful backing female vocalists. And this whole interaction sounds terrific, just as I vaguely remember it. It really is the perfect musical decision for this portion to have those added extra vocals. In between these two stanzas that feature the backing vocalists, there are a few measures of music during which the horns shine brightly as this almost strutting motif over top of the music. As suggested, this gives way to another call and response portion of the titular line. Green then follows this with another stanza of the verse, which really underscores the commitment of love between two people as its base level, singing, "You be good to me and I'll be good to you. We'll be together, yeah. We'll see each other. Walk away with victory. Yeah, yeah." This gives way to another chorus, this time only delivered once, without the musical sort of bridge between the two, as it was previously presented. The next couple of stanzas of verse features these occasional bits of ascending like organ note. And while it's nothing fancy, it's a lovely example of musical punctuation that is just that's hit just at the right time with each appearance. Speaking of ascending, there are some killer ascending horns at the 309-ish mark in the song that repeats a few times before, like, in between these 10-second intervals. So it's like featured, 10 seconds, featured again. I think it does it like 3 times maybe. And it's so good. There's also some killer low horn notation as he delivers the line "lady" in his high falsetto around the 3:45 mark. I will not do a disservice to him or this track by trying to impersonate it, but my God, it sounded great. This band continues to deploy the band continues to deploy these horns in the most perfect fashion. And that lower horn continues to reemerge every 10 seconds or so, similar to the last horn motif that I noted. We get another feature of that iconic motif before Al again lists what love is, citing that love is walking together, talking together, singing together, praying together. He then goes on to sing of moaning for love as he appears to do just that, singing "Let me moan for love, want to moan for love" as the song fades to an end. So yeah, a bit of egg on my face with this one. I am kind of having PTSD from Salisbury Hill episode that we did, which really underscores how bad I can be with the names of tracks. And it's really the ones that it's this interesting, if you take away this act of acquisition, which is how I came to know the song. I acquired an appreciation for the song after being after listening to it because someone else had put it on. I think my dad had put on this record or something like that. And I acquired it that way. So then it like almost like the burden of having to remember it's not on my shoulders for some reason, or that's how my mind works. But if I discover something, it'll be etched in the stone of my brain forever. But if I ever don't remember, I'll just be like, hey dad, or hey whoever, what was the name of that has this part and I think that must be why I'm not like have it imprinted in my brain, but I've definitely heard this before. Sounds as good as ever, if not better. Um, and to be fair, it's been years since I've sat down and listened to this song, from beginning to end. So I'm thankful that not only you brought this to the channel, but that in a way, once the shame had waned, that and the whole, forgetting the name of the track, was able to sit down and really give it a focused listen. Because I really, really enjoyed this track. Obviously, this re-listen was long overdue, and I think it goes without saying. But here I go saying again that I loved it. This was a great track. Al Green has an incredible voice, and the way this song was composed and arranged makes it impossible not to enjoy. So it was a great shout, John, and I really enjoyed going in the Wayback Machine and reliving and re-listening to this song again.
Cool. Thanks for that. Yeah, I just wanted to. I'm a big fan of Al Green, and I thought it'd be nice to get some sort of soul music on the channel as well, just as a change from all this post-punk shite. Um, he said jokingly. So yeah, I'll get into it. Al Green's a very interesting individual anyway, some amazing songs. So there's a lot to cover. I will try and get through just the interesting bits. Albert Leones Green with three E's, not all together, like green. It's green with an E at the end.
It's not someone
Um,
shouting out their favorite color as they fall off the side of a building.
Yes. He was born in 1946 in Forest City, Arkansas, also known as Arkansas, if you want to wind up Americans.
Yeah.
The sixth of 10 children. Around the age of 10, Al began performing with his sister in a group called the Green Brothers. Anyway, while still a teenager, Al was kicked out of the family home after his devoutly religious father caught him listening to Jackie Wilson. Beelzebub. In quotes, I listened to Mahalia Jackson, all the great gospel singers, but the most important music to me was those hip-shaking boys, Wilson Pickett and Elvis Presley. When I was 13, I just loved Elvis Presley. Whatever he got, I went out and bought. So in high school, Al formed a vocal group called Al Green and the Creations. Two of the group's members formed their own independent label called Hotline Music Journal. Having changed the band's name to Al Green and the Soulmates, they had a minor hit on that record label called Backup Train, which got to number 46 in the R&B charts. During this, yes, nosebleed territory. During this time, Green came into contact with Memphis record producer Willie Mitchell, who hired him in 1969 to be a vocalist for a Texas show with Mitchell's band. Following the performance, Mitchell asked Green to sign with his High Records label. Now, having noticed, this is a really important guy, this Willie Mitchell, he had noticed that Green had been trying to sing like his heroes. So he'd been trying to sing like Jackie Wilson, trying to sing like Sam Cooke, Wilson Pickett, James Brown. So Mitchell became his vocal mentor and coached him into finding his own voice, which is now so distinctive. And before releasing his first album with High Records, Green removed the final E from his name. Subsequently, he released Green as Blues in 1969, which was a moderate success. Lovely. His follow-up album, Al Green Gets Next to You in 71, featured the R&B cover of The Temptations' I Can't Get Next to You, recorded in this sort of slow bluesy style, which became a good hit. The album also featured his first significant hit, Tired of Being Alone, which sold 1 million copies. And it was the first of 8 gold singles Green was released between 71 and 74.
So much
Green's
for being
next album. Yeah. Green's next album, Let's Stay Together, in January 72, solidified his place in soul music. The title track was his biggest hit to date, reaching #1 in both the Billboard Hot 100 and the R&B charts. The album became his first to be certified gold. His follow-up, I'm Still in Love with You, in October of the same year, so he's racking them up. I went on to become platinum, selling over 1 million copies. There's the sucker there. Um, there he is, looking resplendent in his white. Love and Happiness was released as a single in the UK in 1973, and then later in the US in 1977 for some reason. Very strange. So personnel at the time for this was Al Green, lead vocals, Howard Grimes, drums, rhythm section, it says here. Jack Hale Sr., horn section, trombone. Charles Hodges, drums, organ, piano. Leroy Hodges, bass. Maybone Teeny Hodges, guitar. There's a lot of Hodges in this. Al Jackson Jr., drums. There's a lot of drums in this as well. Wayne Jackson, horn section, trumpet. Ed Logan, tenor horn, tenor sax. Andrew Love, tenor horn, tenor sax. James Mitchell, string and horn arrangements, tenor horn, baritone sax. And Donna Rhodes, backing vocals. And Sandra Rhodes, aka Sandra Chalmers, backing vocals. I don't know if that's one of those as a maiden name and married. It sounds like the Rhodes sisters were related perhaps as well. Of the recording process, Green said, I wouldn't say it's a return to the old style of my soul of my early days, but I definitely pulled it out from the same source of raw and gritty need. The result was like a slow fever, building on the beat, pushing up the temperature with each breath of the staccato horns, pushing it through to delirium as we came up on the fade. In his 2000 autobiography, Take Me to the River, Green said of this song, Love and Happiness, was like mixing explosive chemicals. Everything had to be added at just the right time and just the right dose. The tempo is the most important thing to Willie. And if you listen close, you can hear Teeny counting off with his foot on a cardboard box for the take that nailed it, which is always great when you hear things like that.
Yeah.
The song, Love and Happiness, was ranked at number 98 in Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Songs of All Time. Dizzying heights, that is. Soul Train historian Stephen McMillan called it quintessential Al Green and one of the greatest soul songs of all time, and Vibe magazine called it perhaps his most perfect song. So the lyrics, which you caught most of, starts off with love and happiness, yeah, something that will make you do wrong, make you do right. Love. Love and happiness. Wait a minute, something's going wrong. Someone's on the phone. 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Talking about how she can make it right. Yeah. Well, happiness is when you really feel good about somebody. There's nothing wrong being in love with someone. Yeah. Oh, baby, love and happiness, love and happiness, love and happiness, love and happiness. Oh, I have to say love and happiness, love and happiness, love and happiness, love and happiness. And you're right, that. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. You be good to me, I'll be good to you. We'll be together. Yeah. We'll see each other. Walk away with victory. Yeah, oh baby. I love that line, walk away victory. It's kind of old-fashioned sounding, but it's just really sweet and positive.
Yeah.
And love and happiness, love and happiness, love and happiness, love and happiness. And then he goes, hey, 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 make you do right. Love will make you do wrong. Make you come home early. Make you stay out all night long. Power of love. Wait a minute. Let me tell you. Oh, the power. Power, and that's all the flourishes going on here. Power of love, power of love, power. Make you do right, love will make you do wrong. Hey, yeah. Love and happiness, say love and happiness. Make you want to dance. Love and happiness. Love is, wait a minute, love is, yeah, walking together. Yeah, talking together. Say it again, say it together. Yeah, say one of moans. Moan for love. So, moan for love. Moan for love. And then right at the end, talking about the power. This is his fates. It often occurred to me, just say this now when I remember, that a lot of his vocal tics, this is, obviously this is 72. I wonder if Michael Jackson picked up on them because the he's are really similar.
Like turn it up to 11 perhaps, but yeah.
Just a thought. I mean, Al Green's voice must have been an influence on loads of singers, but I'd have thought Jackson would have been right at the time to hear this. But by the time Green released the Bell album in 1977, where his record sales had plummeted, partially due to Green's own personal issues during this time and his desire to become a minister. I will touch on just a few of these issues that you may or may not know. So, in October 18th, 1974, Green's girlfriend, Mary Woodson, assaulted him and then died by suicide at his Memphis home. Although unbeknownst to Green, she was already married with 3 children, Woodson became upset when Green refused to marry her. She doused him with a pot of boiling grits as he was preparing for bed in the bathroom, causing second-degree burns on his back, stomach, and arms, which required skin grafts. Shortly after, Woodson fatally shot herself with Green's .38 handgun. Police found an apparent suicide note inside Woodson's purse that declared her intentions and her reasons. A few days prior, Green had said Woodson to convalesce at the home of his friend after she had taken a handful of sleep pills and slit her wrists. Green cited this incident as a wake-up call to change his life. Days after Green was released from Baptist Memorial Hospital in Memphis, where he was treated for the burns, he was reportedly held hostage at gunpoint by his cousin, who claimed he owed her money. Green refused to press charges. So it was a bit of a week.
Yeah, it's a hell of a string of events.
In the same year, Green's former secretary, Linda Wills, filed a $25,000 civil suit against him in 1974. Wills alleged that Green beat her, shoved her through a glass door in his Memphis office after a dispute about how much back pay she was entitled for her duties. The civil suit was dropped because of conflicting testimony, but in 1975 they reached a $100,000 lawsuit for us. They settled a $100,000 lawsuit for assault and battery charges. By his 1978 album, Truth and Time, it had failed to chart in the top 40. He continued to record R&B songs, but Green saw his sales start to slip and also receive really mixed reviews from critics. In 1979, he injured himself falling off a stage while performing in Cincinnati, and he took this as a message from God. And so he then concentrated on pastoring his church and concentrating on gospel music. So from 81 to 89, Green recorded a series of gospel albums. He released the album The Lord Will Make a Way, from which the title song would later win Green his first of 8 Grammy Awards in the Best Soul Gospel Performance category. So fast forwarding through then, Let's Stay Together, one of his old songs, was covered by Tina Turner and served as her comeback single in late 83 and relaunched her career. Green returned to secular music in 1988, recording Put a Little Love in Your Heart with Annie Lennox. Totally forgot about that song.
Mm-hmm.
That song was featured on the soundtrack to the movie Scrooged, which again I'd forgotten about in 1988. And the song became Green's first top 10 pop hit since 1974. Bill Murray.
Yes.
Yeah. Green received his 9th Grammy Award for his collaboration with Lyle Lovett on their duet Funny How Time Slips By. So Green had been nominated for 21 Grammy Awards and he's won 11, including the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. 2 of his songs, Let's Stay Together and Take Me to the River, have been inducted in the Grammy Hall of Fame, and obviously, famously, Take Me to the River was covered by Talking Heads. Green was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995. In 2004, he was inducted into the Gospel Music Association's Gospel Music Hall of Fame. And the same year, he was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. So a lot of inducting in 2004. Also, in that same year, Rolling Stone magazine ranked him number 65 on their list of 100 greatest artists of all time. I think getting in that top 100 is pretty good going.
Exactly.
I don't know about these two, so you can probably tell me. I think I've got an idea. So again, in that year, obviously 2004 was a big year for Mr. Green. He was honoured as a BMI icon at the annual BMI Urban Awards. He joined a list of previous icon honorees that included R&B legends James Brown, Chuck Berry, Little Richard, and Bo Diddley. So really exalted company there. He was also recognised in 2014 as a Kennedy Center Honours recipient, which I do know about. It's quite a nice. They do put on a good show for those, don't they? in his signature song "Walking in Memphis,"
Mm.
singer-songwriter Mark Cohn mentions Green by name, and apparently Cohn's inspiration for the song came from a trip to Memphis where he listened to a sermon by the Reverend Al Green, and that's inspired the song.
Yeah.
So there you go. Love and Happiness. Always been a real favourite, my favourite Al Green song, to be fair. I do really like the song Bell as well. It's very different tempos. But yeah, this is a great song, I think. So I was just happy to
Absolutely.
get it out. And I'm glad to have reminded of you it again.
Yes, yes, really. And now I'm going to, I mean, he says it enough fucking times anyway. It's like, come on, Branch, what's your excuse? But I will now never forget the name of this track. Just as I've never forgotten how iconic that little guitar organ, coupling is and how great it sounds. So yeah, this is a great trip down memory lane. I'm glad you knocked the dust off. I'm going to promise to keep the shelf nice and waxed and fresh because it's just such a good goddamn song.
Yeah, it's really well produced as well. I mean, all the it's really well put together, which always stood out
Yes,
for me.
absolutely.
Um, Cool. All right, I shall wrap things up. Thanks for listening to this, Andy. Folks out there, tell us what you think. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the turn from the Reverend, and drop some comments as well. We'd love to hear from you what you think about this track, and about Al Green's output. I think he's top tier artist himself. But love to hear what you guys think. Any other songs that you recommend apart from the ones that you'd find on his greatest hits, but some outliers would be great for
Yep.
us to suggest. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. All this meaty goodness and more besides awaits you. So yeah, hop on board. That being said, thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see all of you in the next episode of the Audiophiles.
See you later, guys.